The fight is between two stronger guys. No one is less than others. Both want to be their best. So a fierce battle started between the two. I was talking about the fight between Hrithik Roshan and Junior NTR. So how was the fight in War 2? Otherwise, take a look at the explanation. Without further ado, let's start the explanation of the year's biggest banger, War 2. The story begins with the master's birthday celebration in Kamakuri, Japan. One of the top masters comes to the master and says he's coming. You run away from here. The master smiles and says, let him come. In no time, we see Major Kabir coming there. One sees the master and asks, are you alone? Kabir says yes. The master then sends his pet wolf to kill Kabir. But unlike Kabir, he tames the wolf and came to the master and said, today is the day of your death. Master says, today is my 70th birthday. I want to live 100 years. When Kabir took out his pistol, the master said, this is a peaceful place. Leave the pistol and come with the hand. The fight then begins with Master's men versus Kabir. In that fight, Kabir started killing Master's men at will. Seeing what, the Master started running away from there, but Kabir doesn't let him escape. When the Master was escaping with the helicopter, he came in front of the helicopter and shot the Master and crashed the helicopter. Moreover, this fight sequence is great. So when the scene shifts, we see Kabir in a bar in Berlin, Germany. From that moment, we get to know that Kabir is now a contract killer. He works for money. The master of Japan killed him through contract killing. So whoever contracts Kabir tells Kabir, I have to work with someone. Kabir says, I don't work for anyone alone. The owner says that you have already completed many tasks for the person you will be working for. He even had a contract in Japan. I just dealt. Kabir now wants to know, who is he? The owner says, Kali. Kabir asks, Indian, after hearing Kali's name? Malik doesn't answer and says, it's time for your interview with Kali. As soon as Kabir is locked in a place and rendered unconscious through smoke, the scene shifts to the Air Force Club, where Wing Commander Kavya Luthra is being honored for her outstanding work in the Air Force. Kavya is Rajiv Luthra's daughter. At the daughter's honor day party, Luthra is dancing with his daughter when Luthra receives a call from an unknown number. After he comes out, the scene shifts to a place in the Himalayas where Kabir is seen. At that place, Kali appears for a meeting with Kabir through artificial intelligence. So then it can be seen that Kali is actually not the name of a person, it is the name of a group. Russia is also included here along with the people of the South Asian continent. So the man in charge of Kali Air India told Kabir, we have been keeping an eye on you for a long time. All the assignments you have completed so far are ours. So now the opportunity has come to become one of our team. Kabir asks, what do you do and how can I join you? Kali's Indian person says, we deal with the economy of different countries. You will join our team by completing the next assignment. Kabir asks, where can I get the details of the assignment? Then you are informed that the assignment is behind you. Kabir turns back to see a man tied up with his face covered. He went to Kabir and opened his mouth and saw that it was none other than him. After his boss Luthra opened his mouth, he saw Kabir and spat at him. Luthra said he was a traitor. On the other hand, Kali informed him that this assignment is to kill Luthra. At this stage, Amsterdam was shown 2 years ago. Luthra showed Kabir some newspapers and said that there is a group called Kali behind what is so crazy in these countries. They are destroying the economy of different countries and causing various problems. If you ask after hearing this, then I will finish. The Luthras say that Kali cannot be seen. Moreover, they are not alone. Involved with many countries in South Asia. They are very powerful. Now they are after India. This is not seen as Kabir. Okay, I will kill them in the dark. Kabir's words make it clear why Kabir actually signed up for contract killing. Basically, he wanted to get inside Kali. This becomes more clear when Kabir doesn't want to kill Luchara in the present day, but is surrounded by everyone as Luthra so kill me and join their team. Kabir doesn't want to kill Sir, but Luthra orders to kill because his country comes first. Kabir then becomes helpless and kills his boss. The incident of Rachiv's death spreads around. Luthra comes to the crime scene of the murder. Girl Kavya comes there and wants to know who killed him. Video footage was shown which was recorded by an unknown person. Major Kabir killed his father after Kavya saw the video footage. His blood heated with anger. At this stage, the scene shifts and Kabir is seen coming to a meeting with Kali at another place. In the meeting, the representative of India came out of the mask. Kabir sees it as Golden Gladiators. So gladiators and Kali congratulate Kabir because he completed his assignment. Along with that, Kabir was also added to the Kali team, and he was invited for training. Then Kabir asks, Luthra, why did you give the video of killing? Probably for insurance so I can't go back to my job. Kali's Indian correspondent says, yes. The first step is to eliminate the Luthras. Later, we put our people in his place. The scene shifts to show Luthra's last act. There, the new chief of Ra comes to offer his condolences, whose name is Vikrant Cole. After Vikrant becomes the new chief, Kabiria says to Kavya that he will catch Kabir in the team. If Kavya wants to join the team, Vikrant says there will not be a lady in our team. At that time, Luthra's friend says Kavya is no less. Moreover, we need someone to catch Kabir who is like Kabir, who no one knows. Vikrant asks, who is he? Then the scene shifts to Major Vikram. They take hostages and keep many mothers in their hideouts. So in this risky operation, Vikram goes alone, without any arms, and directly goes to the hideout of Somalia by drone. Major Vikram goes and finishes all the pirates and frees the hostages of the Indian army and returns home with a mind blast. This fight sequence was also great. So when the meeting is held at the headquarters of how to kill Kabir, in which Vikram is also present. So Chief Vikrant told the meeting that Kabir alone did not kill Luthra. The team was killed. Even sent me that video. But Kabir always considered Luthra as his father. On the other hand, Luthra loved Kabir more than his son. So how did this happen? Vikram only shows his power in these discussions. He says, give me this mission. I alone can finish all the games. But no one finds any leads because the crime scene was absolutely clean. Then Kabiria remembers that Kabir had a lover named Naina. Naina has a child. The scene shifts to a city in Spain where Naina's daughter Ruhi is seen talking to Ruhi again on the earphone. Kabir has raised Ruhi as Kabir's own daughter. Ruhi's team can understand if Ruhi is talking to someone. Vikram asks Kabir if he will shoot Kabir. Kabiria remains silent. Meanwhile, Kabir is informed through a message that Roheen is following him. As soon as Kabir knows this, he asks Ruhi to go to the safe zone. Meanwhile, Kabir also injured some people and proceeded towards the safe zone. At one point, Ruhi is asked to give Kabir a micro start towards the safe zone. Ruhi asks, which is your car? Kabir says not even one, but now you have to steal one, as I taught you. In the meantime, Kabir confronts Kabir. After the encounter, Kabiria asks, did you kill my father? Kabir remains silent. In this, Kabir realizes that Kabir is the murderer. So when he went to shoot, he took out the bullet before Kabir. There is quite a fight between them. It can be seen that Kavya also knows a good fight. Ruhi can open the car in between. Hearing that, Kabir asked to come to a certain place. Meanwhile, avoiding Kavya, he climbed down with the spring rope and ran away in Ruhi's car. If Vikram was moving forward with the car, Kabir's car was moving behind. Once upon a time, there was a race between the two. While doing that race, Vikram had an accident on the bridge. But by that time, Kabir's car was surrounded by the Spanish police. Even Vikram came out with a gun. But Kabir should not be afraid. On the contrary, the girl is asked to be ready. Once Kabir's car was fired at, Kabir jumped off the bridge and fell on the train, but falls in such a way that Ruhi almost falls off the train. Kabir somehow tries to save Ruhi. Seeing that, Vikram comes to save. Once saved by Ruhi, Kabir and Vikram face off for the first time, but they encounter a tunnel. If the train reaches the tunnel, then the whole train will crash. On the other hand, there are many passengers in the train. Again, Kabir and his daughter were only in the engine. So to save everyone in the train, Vikram saves everyone by removing the engine from the train before the tunnel. On the other hand, Kabir and Ruhi jump into the river. So Kabir is not caught by Vikram in that journey. After Kabir, Ruhi came to Manali in Himachal Pradesh. Those who have seen war must remember Khalid. Khalid's mother lives in Manali. Kabir brings Ruhi to his house. Khalid's mother is happy to see Kabir cycle a long time. Then Kabir asks Ruhi to save it. Khalid's mother wants to keep it with pride. Kabir comes to the ISIS base in Yemen. There, Kabir meets Kali's Indian persona. Kali's Indian persona again gives Kabir a mission. Kabir says it would have been better if Roy had a friend. Kali's representative appears to be a friend of the cabinet for the time being. It also gives a DVD. If you open the DVD, you will see that Luthra's friend is also associated with Kali, who again on his own appointed Vikram to kill Kabir. So what is Vikram and Ink people? That's why you didn't kill Kabir even if you got the chance. You will know the matter in advance. So Kali representative now says Indian businessman Sarni family will go to India on chartered plane. This time mission is to finish the whole Sarni family. They have a lot of patriotism. In fact, they both pointed a pistol at the two of them on the table.
Vikram said that he had worked with Luthra for 2 years. Kabir then said that Kali wants to kill me and his family. I will work from the outside. I am ready for death. The next day, the chartered plane brings the plane down. Then the soldiers got off the plane one by one. Vikram, who was already on the plane, started fighting with everyone. Once on top of the plane, he started fighting with everyone. When the two of them joined the fight, even the jet plane came and killed everyone in the plane. Vikram revealed his true mask while he was sleeping. Kabir doesn't take too long to understand, then Vikram tells Kabir that you don't know him. Next time, he throws Kabir down with the parachute. Kabir keeps seeing Vikram because Raghu, Kabir's childhood friend, was an orphan. One day, if Kabir beat a few, Raghu saved Kabir. Then the two became a crime partner together. The two were caught in the hands of the police when they did various activities. The two were taken to the teenage correction jail after being caught, because they were young then. One day, Colonel Luthra arrived. He comes and tells everyone that you have the opportunity. You can serve for the country from here or not. Raghu is happy to hear this because he always wants to be number one. Now she wants the country to be the best soldier. Raghu is chosen as a soldier on the day of the results, but you don't have the patriotism that Kabir has, but he doesn't want to accept it. He says to Kabir, let's run away from here and become number one. Then Kabir says, I'm yours. Raghu gets more hurt by saying that I'm not a slave, but I have to listen to you. So I saved you from death, and if you did this to me, I will show you as number one. He escapes from the prison saying that he's hurt a lot while escaping, but Raghu does not stop. As Kabir remembers these childhood memories, the flashback ends. He's the head of the Sarani family. He says on TV news that he will not leave anyone. In the meantime, Golden, whose real name is Gulati, calls Vikram and says, why didn't you kill Kabir on the plane? Vikram says he ran away. Gulati then says, next we'll kill Kabir wherever he can. Vikram says Kabir can only be found with you now, so give the address of where you're going. The bullet explodes only with laughter because he will be in the safe house and one can go there, but it is seen that Kabir comes right in Golati's ship and then kills everyone one by one and goes to Golati. If Golati was having a meeting with other members of Kali, then Kabir also heard the meeting. Next target, India's Prime Minister, is said to be eliminated, but after realizing Kabir's presence, they close the meeting. Vikram fires at Kabir, but this time Kabir calls Vikram as Raghu, so we can also call him Raghu. The old friendship of the two arose there. At one point, Raghu asks Gula, I have done so much for Kali, but I have not found the path of Kali, and Kabir got it. The shell says you don't have the power to get the way. After hearing this, Raghu killed Gula. However, Kabir can find the reason for killing. Raghu will now blame Kabir for the bullet that Raghu killed, and he will take the place of the shell. But this time Kabir lays a trap. He says, you must kill the Prime Minister now. But you don't work for the party. I always want to be number one. Now we are working for the team. I entered just as Raghu said. I will gradually become the head of Kali. It is at this stage that the emotional phase takes place. Kabir says, I have been looking for you for 20 years, but I didn't get anywhere. On the other hand, Raghu says, I always kept eye to eye. I always kept all the news, but I didn't miss it a bit. But I will miss it from now on. Saying this, he pointed the pistol at Kabir. Then Kabir blasts the entire ship and escapes with the speedboat. Raghu tells Kali's soldiers that Kabir is killing the bullet and escaping. As soon as he heard this, shots were fired from the helicopter at Kabir. But once Kabir damaged the helicopter with his wits. But Raghu does not leave behind Kabir. But Kabir looks his game right, goes up with the parachute, so Raghu can't catch it anymore. The scene shifts to show Ross' office. There everyone analyzed the shooting murder. At that time, Chief Vikram was given a task. The duty is that the Prime Minister will go to Davos for a conference. Vikram will give security. It is like putting a chicken in a jackal's mouth. On the other hand, Kabiya sees a ring in the shooting crime scene, which was given to Kabir by Kabiya. So she says to the chief, I know where Kabir is. Flashback scenes are shown at this stage. Kabir and Kabiya were in love. Kabiya proposed marriage to Kabir with that ring. But Kabir does not accept it because he joined the chariot of that time. She doesn't want anyone to interfere in her uncertain life. He always wanted to put his life first for the country. Just like Kabiya's father, Kabiya suffers. So she comes crying from Kabir with the ring. When the flashback ends, Kabiya approaches Kabir in the present day. Now Kabir tells Kabiya about his father's death, Kali and Vikram. Kabiya tells Kabir that my father's patriotism should not go in vain. The scene shifts to show Vikram. He comes directly to meet the Kali members this time. He even sits in the place of Shell. Everyone in Kali then gives Vikram the contract to finish the Prime Minister of India. Vikram says he can finish it well, but the Kali team members fear Kabir too. Vikram says, I will see Kabir. Then the scene shifts and is taken back to Kabiya. Kabiya calls her father's friend Saran and says, Uncle, Kabir is with me. He wants to share important information. Saran then asks them to come to one place. When they get there, they fall into a trap. Then Kabir realizes that Saran is behind everything. He even orders to kill his own family. Even after killing the Prime Minister, he wants to become the Prime Minister. But how will they get out of this trap? At that time, Kabir received a message on his phone, which was given by Luthra in times of danger. But Luthra is dead. Then Chief Vikrant Kaul was seen coming with a machine gun. He kills everyone with a machine gun. Kabir is surprised to see this. Asking if you knew about ink, Vikrant says, I was at that stage before you. Luthra interested me, which you are doing now. Kabir then says, Kali's plan is to finish the Prime Minister and whether Vikram is in charge of the security of this Prime Minister's Davos visit, who is a member of Kali. Then Kabir says, now I will see Vikram. He didn't always want to be number one. I will show that number one. Kabir also tells their chief there that Saran is the real hand behind all this. In the meantime, Vikram called an injured person. He asked if everyone is dead or not. All is said to be ended. Kabir was killed without suffering. Reportedly, yes. Kabir gets hurt hearing this. On the other hand, Vikram feels the pain of losing his friend. The next day, Vikrant Kaul came as the officer in charge of the Prime Minister's visit to Dabu, and Vikram was given responsibility. The minister is in charge of the security of the memorial, which is the whole plan. So Vikram and Saran go out to enjoy nature with the same cable. There, the memory again dwells on Kabir. Vikram says Kabir is dead. He is happy to hear this. Just then Kabir headshots Saran from his sniper. Then Kabir called Kabir Saran from Kabir's phone and Vikram picked it up. Now Kabir says, what kind of pain? Kabir also shot Vikram. But it is not to kill at all, to scare. The Prime Minister's program was cancelled due to the attack. Along with that, Vikrant informed about the minister's death and Vikram's admission to ICU in the press briefing. Meanwhile, when Vikram regained consciousness in the hospital, some people brought Kali's mission again. Kali is angry with Vikram. Vikram wants the last chance to kill the Prime Minister and Kabir. Vikram is given 24 hours. He calls Kabir from the hospital and says, no rocking Kali this time. This time we will fight face to face. Kabir says okay by sending the location. Meanwhile, Vikrant forbids Kabir to go because Luthra is also dead. Kabir also stops him. Kabir says, this time I won't do anything wrong with the Prime Minister. Meanwhile, Kabir comes to Vikram's location where Vikram and Raghu tell Kabir about the tap of the Prime Minister on the iPad. Which again when Kabir tells Vikrant, Vikrant tries to save the Prime Minister. Basically, they were already connected to the phone. Meanwhile, Raghu addresses Kabir as a monster. He says you get rid of whoever you go to. First your loved one, then Khalid. You have even killed a robber equal to your father. Hearing this, Kabir started beating Raghu in anger, but Raghu just laughs. Once a fierce fight started between the two. No one wants to discount anyone. In the meantime, Vikrant got on the plane and said we are safe. But Kabir looks at Raghu's face and says not safe yet. On hearing this, the crew including the pilot of the aircraft disembarked. Kabir gun flew with the Prime Minister. Meanwhile, the rod enters Kabir's body in the fight between the two friends. Kabir also takes Raghu on the same road. As the two fight further, Raghu is seriously injured by an ice cube in his stomach. Then Kabir leaves Mara and rushes to Raghu. Then Kabir says, you are actually number one. On the other hand, Kabir says, I am nothing without you. You made me. At the last moment, both of them got emotional. At one point, Kabir says, you can still be number one.
I will finish Kali together with you. Raghu then says, first you save the Prime Minister. Hearing this, Vikrant was shocked. He checks Minister Saran's body. While checking the body, he saw that the chest was cut. Saran's body was bombed. Seeing this, they throw the body out of the plane and it explodes immediately. Meanwhile, Kabir continues to carry the sick Raghu on his shoulders. Returning to India, Vikrant told the press that the Prime Minister was in danger and was saved by Kabir. Vikram was martyred in this mission. But after 9 years, Vikram, aka Raghu, is seen with Kabir. The two of them killed all the members of Kali's country one by one. When the killing is over, Raghu asked Kabir that you told everyone I am dead. What if everyone knows I'm alive now? Kabir says that everyone knows that Vikram is dead. Raghu Kina is number one. But Raghu then omits number one and says country comes first. Kabir asks, then we are doing the next mission together. Raghu says you can turn enemies into friends. So War 2 ends here with a happy ending. It would have been better if the story was a bit stronger. It seems that the villain in the story is not very strong. Only the fight is shown between friends. You can tell us how you like War 2 in the comment box. Thanks.